Okay, let's get started. So today we're going to be talking about the final project website, which is the Mountain Spoke. So on the Mountain Spoke website, you notice a giant search bar on the top, a bunch of links to pages, and a lovely logo in the top corner. The search bar currently does not work for Insight searches because there isn't really any content worth searching for. There isn't posts or anything like that. So I have it currently outgoing. It'll do a Google store search for whatever you type. So if I type in bikes or something and press the little search button, it'll take me to Google Store and look for bikes, etc. So on this main page I have an image with a watermark. I have a little bit about the page here and a little call to action. Then I have some links to some of the functions that are also up here, just in a bit more fancier way to draw attention, and then a link to this video. On the Adventure Tours page we have a list of 3 months worth of adventure tours from external websites. If you click on view this trip, it'll take you to that link and you can learn more about it. The top shows the challenge level, here's the date, and there's a little bit about that. So moving on, the events page goes over some of the events. The Great Divide Mountain Bike Route, as you can see, takes you to an external link. Here's a trail which you can download to your device, which shows the elevation view here, and you can see where on that trail that is, as well as that little bit of information about it. This trail is traversed by cyclists once per year on June 8th, and it usually runs for about a month and a half. The cost is free and there are no real basic requirements. But since it was part of the assignment, I created a registration form which allows the person who's filling out the registration form to ride with the people at the Mountain Spoke. So here is a registration form they would fill out and then hit submit on, and then it would allow them to travel with the folks at the Mountain Spoke who do this once a year. Now there are also a bunch of other events, and as you saw before, these links take you to external websites where you can learn more about them. This is a link to a 2018 calendar of bike events. There's a bunch of other bike events and so forth. And for some reason that didn't show up on the top. There you go, that worked. So, weird that that's not doing that right now. There we go. For some reason my browser's been messing up, just because I'm recording. So these links here take you to different categories where you can view products. So if I click on the bike, it'll take me to a list of products here that are on the Google Store. I just embedded a list of things, and each one of these takes you to a different list. So there's obviously different tires and inner tubes and so forth, repair kits, etc. You know, you can go through and mess with that a little bit. So this took me probably the most amount of time out of everything, and I think it turned out pretty good. So also one thing I didn't mention, this top bar here is sticky, so it stays on the top of here and doesn't go any higher. It's pretty cool. So let's go. Now the services page has a list of services that the company offers. Now obviously a little note there to specify that if anything had to be bought in order to perform the function that this entails, then additional costs may be put in. For example, spoke replacement. For each spoke there's going to be additional costs. These prices here are the labor costs involved in performing that task. That may obviously be increased in a spoke replacement if there are no spokes left, for example, as opposed to 3 spokes that need to be replaced. Now the contact page, as you can see, is relatively simple. A little bit of information about the contact, the address, phone number, and for that I just put in 12345678990. And because it's a fictitious company, there's the address on the map, and you can find directions and so forth. Let's put in the contact form. So I'm going to do me. They're calling themselves apparently. And hello is my message. So if I press submit, it'll tell me that the message has been sent. So then it refreshes the page, everything's clear, and we're good to go. So we also have a responsive layout for that. Before I do that, this is our overview page, which has this video, which you're currently watching. Pretty pretty scary that you can see that already here. And these links are on the bottom as there as well. So let's look at responsive. This is for an iPad, and I figured that would be a good place to start. Similar to most other things, it's now 2 wide instead of 3 wide on the front on the sales page. Similarly, the smallest layout on here, the largest is iPad, the smallest is the iPhone 5 SE. If I hit refresh, everything's on there nicely. And the sales page is, the reason I'm on the sales page is because it was the most difficult to fit to a layout with all of this information, so I had to put that below it. You have your menu on the side there, you can hide it and show it using that. The search bar still works here, you can type in search terms and so forth. These take you to different different pages on the site, and so forth. So that's that. So I think that's about all we had to look at. I hope this has been informative. Thank you for watching.